بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. أما بعد, we're continuing the book Al-Qawl al-Mufid fi Adillat al-Tawheed, or beneficial statements as it relates to the evidence of Tawheed. And we've arrived, for those who are visiting, who don't know what chapter we've arrived at the chapter Aqsam al-Sunnah Arba'a, that the categories of the Sunnah are four. And instead of me going through those categories, one of the brothers who has been here can go through them. Akhshameen, Hindik, four categories.
Okay, I was here. What? Sunnah Wajib?
Were you here last week?
No, I was here last week. Yes, I was here last week. Yeah. I can't recall.
I wasn't here. Was that?
No, you wasn't. You were out of town, right?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, a long time. ساعده إن شاء الله.
قولية, which is speech.
أحسنت.
فعلية, which is action.
أحسنت.
تقريرية, which is acknowledgement.
Turkey.
And تركية, which is abandonment.
Abandonment. Alright? The categories of the Sunnah are divided into four. Al-Qawliya, the speech of the Prophet ﷺ, that which he said. Alright? The Al-Fi'liya, or the actions of the Prophet ﷺ, that which he did. At-Taqririya, his acknowledgments, that which was done in his presence, that he didn't show any disavowalment for or any disagreement with, that is considered his acknowledgement, and it enters into the realms of his sunnah. And lastly, tarkiya, abandonment, things that he abandoned. Things that he abandoned from actions that are considered blameworthy and have been considered blameworthy in every time period, from ash-shirk billah, or polytheism, or associating partners in worship with Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, from as-sihr, or magic, and thus forth and so on. And that was directly connected to one's etiquette, that was considered from bad etiquette, and thus forth and so on. So we were dealing with the one particular category, the actions of the Prophet ﷺ. And the author of the book is Sheikh Muhammad Al-Wasabi, Hafidhahullah Ta'ala, and he is from the ulama of Yemen today. He is a scholar of hadith. He made the statement, وَمَا فَعَلَهُ فَعَلْنَاهُ. Whatever he did, we do it. Whatever he being the Prophet ﷺ, whatever he did, we do it. Now, this particular statement, in a general sense, is without a doubt a correct statement. Whatever the Prophet ﷺ did, we do. But it is a general statement, and now for the last 2 weeks we're dealing with the exceptions to that generality. And for the brothers who are absent to understand what is intended by the exceptions, the Prophet ﷺ was married to 9 women at one time. Right?
Right.
Yes.
Some say it could be more, 11.
No. We're talking about
one time.
at the same time. We know he was married to 11 women throughout his life. Then there's a difference of opinion there. But at one time, we know that he was married to 9 women at one time. He died being married to 9 women. Is that something that we can do?
No.
So the statement, we do, whatever he did, we do.
Except 2.
There is some exceptions, right? There is some exceptions. So some of the things that we took a look at when dealing with this particular, because I gave this example so it could be easy to understand, that this type is what you call khususiyya, that which was specific to the Prophet ﷺ. Things that he could specifically do that no one else could do. And this specification, those things that were specific to the Prophet, it is from 2 varying perspectives, right? One of the perspectives was what, Akh Fareed?
There was the actions specific to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that were allowed for him and not for his ummah.
Not for his ummah,
Two.
assent.
Two, right?
Yeah, that's one, that's the first
The
perspective.
second one is he could marry the woman.
No.
Yes.
No, we're not dealing with, what he just stated was, that which is specific to him and not to his ummah.
Right. He could marry the woman without a witness.
That's an example of that.
Yeah. He
Right?
could,
That's an example of that. Now, what was the other perspective of that which was specific to the Prophet? Because you were here for that, Dars. I didn't
no.
remember.
No. I had that. I read that on my own.
Yeah.
But I understand that he's two different from his ummah and five from the prophets.
That, we're dealing with two perspectives of actions that are specific to him.
Okay.
He mentioned the first one, the second one you just mentioned. That which was specific to the Prophet ﷺ,
Right.
but was not, it was specific for him, but not for his brothers from amongst the prophets and messengers. Actions that were for him.
There's two for him, not for his ummah, and five for him, not for the other prophets.
No, you're putting a number on the specific
Okay.
actions.
All right, I'm sorry.
When we're saying is al-khususiyya naw'an. النوع الأول ما خص بالنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فضلا عن بقية أمته. هذا النوع الأول.
Okay.
والنوع الثاني ما خص به فضلا عن إخوانه من الأنبياء والرسل.
No.
Alright?
Right.
So those are the two things. Now, when we look at that which was specific to the Prophet ﷺ, but not to his brothers from amongst the Anbiya wa Rusul, that's what you're bringing up. That which is found in the hadith of Jabir ibn Abdullah, Nusiratu bi'ru masiratu shahr.
That's the five.
Hey,
Okay.
but is it restricted to those five things?
Yeah, there's.
No, it's not. We came with other examples.
Okay.
What were some of the other examples?
That there was a covenant that was made between the other Nabi and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they would follow Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he
Right.
appeared, if he appeared during their time.
And the ummah.
Yeah, that was taken, that covenant Allah Ta'ala took with every single prophet and messenger, but he did not make that covenant with the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So every prophet and messenger, when Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came, he came during their lifetime. They were commanded to believe in him and follow him.
True. Yeah.
That was specific to him.
To him. Yeah. Okay.
There was another thing that was mentioned.
Three more. I think.
No, that wasn't in the Hadith of Jabir, though, remember. The things that were in the Hadith of Jabir was that he was given victory by way of fright a month's journey, that the earth was made a masjid in the place of purification, a source of purification,
Okay.
that the spoils of war were made lawful for him,
Okay.
that he was given intercession,
Okay.
and that every prophet was sent to their people specifically while he was sent to humanity as a whole.
That's all
That's the
five.
five things that are in that hadith.
Right.
But he just mentioned something that's not in the hadith.
Oh, okay.
Alright? Likewise, another thing that we touched on that was specific to him but not to his brothers from amongst the prophets and messengers was what? Do you remember?
Right. That the miracles of the other Nabi, other prophets and messengers ceased when they passed or left, but Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's miracle, which is the Quran, was left untouched after he left with its expressions and its meanings.
Ahsant. All of the prophets and messengers, the miracles that they have with them, it ceased when they ceased.
Right.
Meaning when they passed away, there was no more miracles from them left over for humanity. Whereas after the death of the Prophet ﷺ, the miracle that he was given is still here with us to this day, the Quran. Its expressions and its meaning show that it is a miracle. It is the speech of Allah Ta'ala. Contained therein is guidance and light for those that hope to be guided aright. Alright? That was specific to the Prophet ﷺ and not specific to other than him. When we look at the Injil, the Bible that the Christians have today, this is not the Injil. We believe that Allah Ta'ala revealed the Injil to Isa ibn Maryam. But it is as Allah Ta'ala, He states in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَيْلٌ لِلَّذِينَ يَكْتُبُونَ الْكِتَابَ بِأَيْدِيهِمْ ثُمَّ يَقُولُونَ هَذَا مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ لِيَشْتَرُوا بِهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا woe to those that write the book with their own hands and then say that this is from Allah. This Bible is from Allah, right? In order to earn by it a measly price, all right? So those were the things that were specific to the Prophet ﷺ and not for his brothers from amongst the prophets and messengers. Then the example of the Prophet ﷺ having been married to 9 women at one time, that was specific to him and not to his ummah. Similarly, what you, the example that you gave, the Prophet ﷺ, a woman could present herself to him for marriage. وَحَبْتُ نَفْسِي,
And he'll
I
accept it.
present myself to you. All he had to do is say, قَبِلْت,
That's
I
it.
accept, and she became his wife.
No witnesses.
Without a witness, without 2 witnesses, without a wali or a wakil, without a dowry, she will become his wife. That is specific to the Prophet ﷺ and to no one else. Alright? No one else from amongst his ummah. So that was the one type, that which is specific, actions that are specific to him.